Alright, so the next battle is Bull Run, and again I haven't used all my men because I'd rather equip my men with good rifles. Don't really need the extra manpower. I have 66,000 troops coming in, and 20 brigades in front, and 17 coming in, 69,000 actually coming in attacking. And initially the enemy troops is just 10,000 because it's a small battle in the beginning here. But this is all the mandatory brigades. You can actually, if you look, you can see they have a different color for where you have to have your brigades. And I'd advise having your strongest corps in front because they're going to be attacking first, right? And for the longest period of time anyway. Right. So McClellan was the name of the general who withdrew after Malvern Hill and is just retreating everywhere. And Lee came up here to attack Polk, but the history behind it is not really relevant for our campaign, and I don't think I'll have the extra awareness to talk too much about history during the battle. So we're moving through here, and the AI has 10,000 troops here, and I might take the chance and sort of see if I can do some damage to them if it doesn't prove too cost heavy for my troops. If you can manage to do some damage here, it's a sort of a make your next day easier because you'll have well, basically less troops to fight, and while you outnumber them, you're attacking on a rather small front. Let's see if I can do anything to attack them. I think they have a gun here as well, and I don't. And also, I don't want to waste my elite Walton here too heavily. So the Stonewall Brigade is here. Right then. Let's wide flank them here and pretend that we're coming up from here. And not sure they have a battery here in the forest. Not sure what else they have in there. Should probably send some skirmishers ahead, but it's a bit late now. I'm just gonna have to guess on their positioning. Okay, let's see if we can catch this battery. It looks like it's moving now. There we go. If we can destroy a battery here, it's very useful because the batteries will rain fire on you from up the hill. You'll see where we'll be attacking in the next phase here. Don't want to get too bogged down here. Let's rather flank him. I fell back a little bit with Otis here, trying to go wide on him here. There we go. So now we're in perfect position to deal out as much damage as possible. Instead of saw him, I think I was a slightly bad position before, where I couldn't double team him, but now I can. Right, just get damage on Shoemaker here. Schumacher. Right, yeah, it looks like I'll be able to deal some blows to the Confederate forces here. Not sure how much I'll press the attack, but knocking out a battery here will be useful. Basically what Jackson did here is sort of stick his nose out and say, hey, look at me, I'm here, attack me. And Polk thought he could catch Jackson isolated here, and just made a series of tactical errors throughout the battle, poor instructions to his commanders, and yeah, maybe I'll talk a bit more on how the battle progressed as we get to it. Definitely being able to deal some damage to the Confederate forces. No guns here, for some reason. Watch out if there are guns here. He's gonna hit hard, yeah. 3-star brigade. Louisiana Tigers. Walton is coming in. Just gonna fall him back, don't want to engage him. Just gonna deal the rest of the damage with these two brigades here. I'd like to do some more damage to this brigade here. They're gonna cause lots of trouble for me in the morning when I try climbing up the hill here. Okay, so Lawton is charging out. So our first wounded general. I'm gonna fall back here. I think I've accomplished as much as I can in the initial stages here. I am gonna try to deal some like a flanking charge on Lawton, which can be rather devastating if you get in there. And I'm definitely hoping Walton will be able to do lots of damage. It looks like Lawson is sort of sneaking through Loomis here. It's not what I had planned for. I'm gonna let it end here as soon as possible. Maybe poke a little bit at Louisiana Brigade's flank here. Yep. Fall back. Just making Lawson pay for his charge here. Alright then, so interesting little skirmisher at first. Dealt out 1200 damage to the Confederates. But my advantage is I'll have the numbers tomorrow, so I'm hoping it will count against them. So let's see what we have. Okay, so they'll actually have 42,000 soldiers, but I think that includes the reinforcements that will come in. So there might not be as many up here. So Jackson is here and isolated, and we are going to attack him. I'm going to do as the tactic suggests here and start my attack on their left flank. Not going to bother with this though. Going all in on trying to knock Jackson out of the fight. Something you can do here is this deployment zone is rather large, so you can deploy almost on top of the reinforcements here and get an edge from the beginning. Gonna have some troops in support here, and another wave going this way here. You can do the same over here. Select the zone and just move troops forward. I don't have any extra brigades to deploy, as these are all the 20 brigades that I have. I am hoping to knock out the Confederate defenses in the first wave here. It will make the battle much easier. Alright, so I think that looks about right. Let's get started. So a key feature here is first we'll attack on their on their left flank. I'm still going to move up these troops here to be within range to continue the attack. It's going to be sort of an echelon attack, if you're familiar with that term. I like doing that because it will leave you men in reserve, and it will allow you to hit one front at a time, and you can reinforce success on the battlefield wherever it might hit. So these are actually fortifications that the AI will try to occupy, but since I'm getting here first, I have a small advantage over the AI. And I want to occupy these strategic woods here as well. Right, so I'm gonna start by knocking back the AI from over here, and I'm actually gonna attack in the center here as well because the cover here is really good, and I already have sort of the flank here on them. I'm gonna open up artillery fire. What I'm gonna do here is actually, since they're now fortified, gonna knock back Pender and then try to charge. Have Grand over here to support actually. Gonna charge, use my overwhelming numbers to get at him and make sure Pender is not shooting at my flank here as much as possible. There we go. See, we're already knocking them back here in the first wave. This is one of the few instances you can charge where you have the overwhelming numbers to do it. And make sure to just do as much damage as you can when the brigade leaves the fortification. How many troops did I have? I had 27,000. See, we got to do a lot of damage to Greg there, and cannons in close support for morale damage as well. And going to repeat the success down here. Gonna charge and move in to flank him with Franklin here. He can go over here, not actually gonna run him. So we have the left sort of pushed back, and the AI will. She already lost the first commander here. Anyway, this attack is progressing here as well. Ouch, that hurts. Three commanders down already. Okay, so Branch is forced out of the fortification. We're gonna try to do as much damage to him as possible as well. Here we have the elite brigade to do as much damage to. I don't remember what was here before in a second. Open fire here as well. So I'm gonna attempt now afterwards here, after we push them back, to split their line in two. I'm gonna use the artillery for it. Basically just move it up close in good positions here. Once this position is cleared, I'm gonna see if I can break their lines. Field surrendered, excellent. That's a really good start to the battle here. Jackson has now 21,000 troops left. This is still a lot, I guess, to break, but hopefully the cannons here will be able to have a large impact on his forces. I'm gonna move the cannons in, rest just a little bit here. See, this guy is killed in action. I'm going to shift some forces from there's some heavy artillery fire. Alright, so I'm going to shift some forces from the right flank over to the left here, and I'm going to poke a bit here at the center and see what it looks like. Now we have cannon support, so any troops coming in sort of here to reinforce will be put under cannon fire, and I'm hoping to do a lot of sort of flanking damage up this front here. I do have a little vulnerable spot here I need to reinforce with the branch here, and Franklin can fall back a little bit until we get the cannons into position. I'm gonna move Walton over here as well, and Chieftain Crittenton. and what else do we have here? Loomis can go this way as well. So we pull a bunch of AI brigades over here where they won't be much use actually in defending the end goal, which is the victory point. We can move the cannons further up. We have some brigades here in reserve which I am going to use in case the AI does something like moving out of this fortification, which he just did. So I'm going to push up through here. Gonna move another brigade this way. I'm gonna take the veterans here actually. Just need to hold down this front to make sure that the AI doesn't decide to charge somewhere. I'm gonna poke a bit on the left here to see what will happen. They're shifting forces this way. So started a heavy attack here that draw the Confederate forces this way. That's sort of a the desperate move to reinforce here, and then shifting the forces the other way now. And where? Okay, so there are still troops in this fortification. I'm gonna withdraw from here now, and I'm gonna make a push up the center now. This guy can hold back here. Bit difficult getting at the AI. The personality of the AI here matters a lot. Sometimes he'll be very aggressive. Having a little bit of trouble falling back here since he doesn't have a visible target. Let's see how many troops there are defending the victory point up here when it comes down to it. Okay, so getting some good flanking damage on the AI here. The cannon support is just excellent. That's a bit disappointing that there are no AI troops defending the victory point up here. Just a massive charge coming out of here now. Fall back and draw him into a bad position. Got some fire on it. Okay, massive counterattack over here now. Luckily we can fall back on this flank. Don't need to hold it, just need to make sure the cannons stay protected. I'm gonna keep moving up here. Okay, so my successes, I broke the AI line in two. That was the initial goal. It's a bit easier than I've ever experienced it before, but as I said, it depends a lot on the AI personality here. It can vary a bit. Sometimes it will charge much more aggressively at you and just counterattack and bloody your lines and force you to go up and down the hill. But here I was quite successful. Don't know where all its artillery is anyway. What happened to that? So just moving forward to make sure we can protect the lines. I'm going to see if I can capture the supply wagon here. Actually move the artillery to even higher ground now. Okay, excellent. And again, I'm not sure how many AI forces are hiding in these woods, but it can't be many because there are what, 19,000 Confederates left on the field. Normally don't charge that much. It's risky behavior that can cause you a lot of manpower. I think I've really just managed to drag all the AI brigades over here once when my initial attack started, and then my sort of curling attack this way. Just simply, yeah, was very successful. Falling back, I weakened this line on purpose, so I can't really withstand a full counterattack. But if it keeps pressing, I can really get on their flanks here. Not sure if there will be a second phase or not to this battle. Otherwise, it's a very quick second bull run. Alright, so that was it. Not many casualties for both sides. Got some promotion lost. Some generals, though, a 2-star general, which is unfortunate. And capture some more cannons. Alright. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next battle. The next grand battle will be Antietam.